Good morning, Webb. How about you just tell us who you are and who you are in this world?
Um, my name is Anthony Webb. I like to be called Webb. It's more homey to me. Um, how I got connected to all this, I'm in the great organization, and I have a love or a desire or a tendency to garden. And so there were a couple projects that I was in charge of because that's what I like to do. I was in charge of what we call a container garden. Um, a lot of people in Philadelphia don't have room outside. I know I'm from Ohio, where there's a lot of space, but Philadelphia housing patterns are like crazy, and we thought it was exciting that people would grow things. People wanted to grow things, but they didn't have the room. So I decided to come up with a container garden proposal that people grow things in containers, and so they can feel like they're really gardening without the space they need. Um, Bouncing off that idea, we great obtained the some farmland. We call the farm over in Alderbury. I'm not pointing to it. Um, Property, 1,900 square yards of it was kind of crazy how it looked when we got it because it was mugwort everywhere, and so there was a lot of doubters about if we can succeed over there. And I was like, I was in charge of the planning piece anyway, and I was like, this is not going to work. But thankfully, the garden gods opened up, and it worked. We had a successful harvest. We started off with like 15. We ended up with like 7, but everything went wonderfully. It's the thing about I always tell people that gardening is not that difficult. You put a plant, a seed in the soil, and you water it and give it some sun. Things come up. Okay, so that's really what happened with that project. So
Is that what you
um,
like about it? That it's so simple that you just
it's
do that?
it's so simple, and you can get some great self esteem from it. You put the little seed in the garden, and boom, this, that thing grew up like, oh my God. So that's it. The process of growing things, you have to be patient. That's the one thing you learn, that you put a tomato plant in one day, it's not going to have tomatoes until like August or September. So you learn patience. You learn how to love the land. But you gotta put your hands in the dirt. Okay, there's no rims around about it. You got to do that. So you learn that. You learn the beauty of nature. Okay, um, how these, like on the okra plant. Okra plant's supposed to be doing an okra plant. It's a beautiful flower before it becomes an okra. Okay, and you can see those things. You can't see those things in the supermarket, but when you're out there in the sun sweating, you can see the beauty of nature. So I would always encourage someone to do it. It's a simple process. It's work. It's work. No one want. Very few people want to be at 90 degrees and weeding, but there's a love that connects you to the ground, the earth, and it comes out that way.
So patience, the love for the land is definitely some of the things that people learn in these gardening projects. Why is it important? Why do you do it?
I do it from a connection from my mother, connection from my father. They grew up in the South. And so they pick cotton, they pick watermelons, they pick beans. When we moved to when I lived in Cleveland before I came in, and we had a huge garden. It was 7 of us. We had a huge garden, and just seeing how you can go into a patch of dirt and make it into a beautiful thing with a little patience, a little love. I think calms you down. You have it's not stressful. So I do it because I like it. I think other people can do it because it's easy. It will help you in the long run. And yeah, we had a ton of tomatoes and a ton of peppers and a ton of okra. and then you can take those future your labor and do something with them. Okay, you can cook them, you can find new recipes, you can give them your friends. So it's one of the things that if you start off, it keeps on giving and giving and giving.
Thank you so much, Webb.